Hello everybody and welcome back to Hux, the level 43 Ranger. I'm going to be doing the Qeynos badge quest on this episode. I've never done this quest before and I haven't read ahead, so I'll be going through it as I progress. I think the first part of this quest we have to go to South Karanas and talk to an investigator. There is an optional portion in the very front that requires you to go to North Karanas and kill a corrupt guard, but I think I can bypass that. So let's go to South Qeynos and talk to the investigator. So here we are. Here's the investigator. Go up to him. And we type, hand me a confession document. And then he gave me the document. So let's put it in our bag. Right there. All right, so let's look at the next part of this quest. So the next part requires us to go to Fire Pride's shop and hand the confession document to Ripley Splotz. It's real close by, so I don't have to cut this video. We'll just run to it. He says, here you are. So the text before I turn this in, he said he raises an eyebrow. He looks at me with suspicion before returning a watchful eye to the many people going about their business in the city. So now we have to go to the PvP arena and hand it to William Garrott, which is real close by. I don't think I've ever been. Okay, that takes you upstairs. Okay, so here's the guy, Willie Garrott. Give him the document. And we messed up. Okay, so you have to get a new confession document from the investigator for each person. Okay, so something I noticed when I turned the first one into the Fire Pride guy, he gave me a bit of experience. I wonder if you can level up that way. When I turned into Willie Garrott, he didn't give me any experience. Back to the investigator. So we asked him to hand another confession document over. The last guy said, I hope you choke on it. So he basically confessed. So this next part requires us to turn it in to this guy. He's going to attack us and then we're going to kill him and take his head. And I noticed I got experience. We need to check that out. Like at a low level, what do you get? But he's actually kind of tough. So you couldn't kill him at a low level. He's green to me though. So this is where you have to have a minimum level requirement. Here's the head. It's a no trade. Back to the investigator. Hand me a confession document. So for this part, we have to turn in Donnelly's head, Willie's confession, and O'Reilly's confession to an investigator. After that, we should receive an investigator's badge. Willie's confession, Riley's confession, and Donnelly's head. And the investigator disappeared for some reason. We gained faction with Antonius Bell, guards of Qeynos, merchants of Qeynos. It says, you have done the city a great service and helped to bring the cities, our several criminals to justice this day. Wear the badge of pride, speaks blah, 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 blah. Okay. So we got to speak with a guy named Vegeles Keldrain. He may have information about advancing further in rank. Here's the investigator's badge. He gives you 1 AC, 1 strength, 1 wisdom, 1 intelligence, agility, 5 hit points, and 5 mana. Not bad. So one thing I did before I handed all that in is I got another confession document. You notice that he disappears when you finish that part. So make sure you get another document, confession document, before you hand those stuff in. So now we have to turn in the investigator's badge to Vegeles Keldrain to receive the interrogator's briefing. So he's going to be in North Qeynos, and so we just have to hand him the badge. So for the next part, we got to turn in a piece to the guy above the gates. We have to get up the gates. Here we go. This is the guy. So you give him the badge. And I got a book. No drop lore item. So what we have to do now is we have to go to South Karanas to talk to an interrogator. However, I'm going to make this a 2-part quest. Some of the things you have to do require a lot of running and traveling, but I'm going to get to halfway through the destination. We're going to go to the West Karanas, and I'm going to finish this video up by fighting giants, and I'll show you the character you have to kill for the jars. So I also bought more arrows, arrow making supplies. So I've got 3 stacks of each kind to make the same arrows that I've been using. We can try to raise up our fletching skill just a little bit more and get more arrows to fight hill giants and maybe some cyclopses. So that's what we'll do in the West Karanas. So out here there's a gnome that you have to kill. The gnome gives you 3 jars. You have to use the jars to cure the rats at the end of this quest. This character is very tough, level 40, and I couldn't have beat it without the help of a player. I killed it 1 level ago, but even at this level I don't think I could beat it. It'd probably take me at like 1 more level, maybe level 44 I could possibly. Just to put that out there, I couldn't finish this quest at this level, just needed a little help. But let's start tracking now. Hill giants, Chief Gundas, that's where we're headed. So just straight ahead. Let's check our arrow situation before I start. There's 3 stacks. Okay, we need to make more, but right now we'll just use these 3 stacks. See a hill giant? Alright, let's throw up some buffs now. I don't have all my buffs active. Let's throw up Eyes of the Cat before I start. Refresh Spirit of Wolf. Alright, and then I guess I can use Bramble Coat. Skin like Steel. More buffs. Right, so let's put up our root spell. Grasping Roots. I guess I'd just like to throw Spirit of Wolf in that bottom piece slot. If I can find it. So I did fight a bit in the over there before I started recording. That's why I'm kind of low on time. Snare. Shoot him with an arrow. Stinging Swarm is only going to do about 27 damage. Actually, no. I was thinking of Flame Lick. Stinging Swarm is better. I think I could have used Thorns, though. So I have to work in the morning. It's now 9:30. I've had an easy week. I've got about a month and a half, and I could take some vacation time. Shooting at its toes. Taking down his life as I'm regenerating. Let's re-snare him. Someone named Endaria. Who the heck? Cool messenger up. So I think I'll try fight Perun and Chun. All right, let's back off a bit. We gotta get him to the point where he runs. Almost there. Almost. He should run now. Yep. Good for money. I have to recover the 50 platinum I paid for a port. So I used about 40% of my mana on this fight. That's not true. I did a lot of buffing before I started. Now, the best thing about being a ranger is I can track anything. Nothing blue on my radar. Look, we can filter out the greens. Glidden Fox. That's the NPC vendor. So I saw Chief Gunda on the radar earlier. Did I think I'm going too far. Hill Giant. Okay, there's a Cyclops. There's a player out here. That's why I'm not tracking the Cyclops guys. I think someone's camping them. No, there they are, and they're green to me. Wow. They turn green. So I think I'll make some arrows while I'm healing up. Let's put a stack in the quiver to clean this up. All right, now we have to organize things. So there's our bag. Almost ready to go. Bit more organizing. So let's make some arrows. I don't think the grizzly will attack me. I'm a ranger. It's so nice to be able to sit and not get attacked by animals. Right, we just completed a full stack of arrows. We'll continue this in a bit. For now, I need a fight. Right, I'll use Call of Sky this time for extra procking. Most important spell to start out is to have them snared. Pop them with an arrow. Archery gone up to now, it's a 135. Uh-oh, there's Ufuri Bittlebits. That's the person right there that you need to kill to get these jars. I do not want to get into a fight with them. Let me make sure I'm not gonna be careful. Let's keep an eye out for them. So they're behind me to the right. Don't see them. They walk on a rail, like a path. So I can figure out where they are, I can avoid them. So when I gain a couple levels, I might go to the Dreadlands or the Yeti Caves or Coroner's Castle or City of Mist. Or you know what else I can do? We can go into Qeynos Aqueducts and I could fight some specters. Alright, so I don't see them. another heal. Heck, let's just do a couple heals. See a person over there too. I guess I'm just gonna go for the Cyclops. Straight ahead? Where? God, they're far away. It's a brigand over here. Oh, he attacked me. I got really close to him. Where the hell is the Cyclops? To the left. Oh, God. Just gonna do it the same way. See all these named people? Let's go check them out. I'm looking on my phone right now. It says they're heading to the right. So there's some NPC players out here. That's redundant. Just a dark green, a blue. Okay, so not all of them. So there's 4 of them. I don't think I can kill 4. What if I fought them? I think I want to gain 1 more level and I'm gonna... I don't know, they're green, man. One's blue. Let's do Shell the Thistle. How would I do this? Kill a green first? That blue one's worrying me because they're like a caster too. I'm not going to do it. What are they here for? And they got pets too? No way. Tracking another hill giant. So what I'll do is I'll kill this hill giant, then we're going to go to South Karanas because I'm going to go to the interrogator for the next part of my Qeynos badge quest. I see a werewolf up ahead too. Let's kill it. We're going to leave the giant. Tomorrow I'm going to finish this quest and we're going to have that badge. There's a bit of, you have to be very careful about how you do the last part of this quest because you can fail and lose everything. I lose my jars too, so that's why I didn't want to do it tonight. I want to make sure I'm rested before I try it. So we're just going to go towards the innkeeper. Heading to the right. He's got a fine steel weapon. Actually, all we have to do is go east. Just go east and we'll zone out. So I'll see you guys in the next zone. We're going to go to North Karanas next. All right, we're in the next zone. I can see a few things that are blue. A griffin, for instance. Straight ahead. I will be ready to fight, so I think I'll fight the griffin as we pass through this zone. Still haven't seen them. Oh, they're heading to the left. Oh, guess I stopped tracking them. Heading to the left. Oh, there they are. Just all right. So it's a blue con. I really do love tracking skill. So when I bought groceries, I went out there to check to see the groceries are out there, and there's somebody else's groceries out there. And so I left them out there because sometimes people go from work and go to pick it up. They take a picture and they see it's at my place. However, nobody picked it up and it sat out there for like 20 hours, and there was 6 packs of Diet Coke, and so nobody picked them up, and all the frozen food like cookie dough, ice cream, not ice cream, but cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough, and there were some biscuits and things like that. They got warm. But the Cokes, I put them in the refrigerator and got them cold. I gotta say, it's pretty good. So I got a free 6-pack of Coke, Diet Coke, ×2. So I'm always interested to see what other people are getting for dinner. They got this big Stouffer's family-sized box of like meatloaf. And it was like something you put in the oven, I guess. It's frozen. Then they had 2 cans of green beans, 2 packages of potato spuds. Like all you have to do is just boil some water and put the potatoes in there and you make mashed potatoes. It's like dehydrated mashed potatoes. And what else do they have? Oh, the biscuits. So I assumed they were going to make biscuits on the side. So meatloaf, potatoes, green beans, biscuits. And for dessert, they had a chocolate chip cookie dough log. I really wish they came by and picked up their stuff, though. It seems like the kind of food it was probably for a whole family. So I hope they still had dinner. And I felt bad for the delivery guy. They make mistakes. They always deliver to my place by mistake. But I still got my groceries. So when I picked my groceries up, their groceries were still out there. And I left them out there, hoping someone would come by. I thought about putting them in the refrigerator, but then someone would come by and see that all the stuff's gone and just walk off. So I didn't know what to do. I left them out there, hoping someone would come by, but no one ever did. So there's a griffin and a hill giant. I'm already at 55% of the way through this level. That is really good. So what we're going to do is when we get to South Karanas, I'm going to use tracking to try to find an interrogator. So what we do is when we get the interrogator, we give him the interrogation. Here it is. The interrogator's briefing. When we get the interrogator's briefing, I have to escort him to the hermit's house. And then there's a guy named Exanthem. Exanthem is another term for rash. But anyways, there's a guy named Exanthem. We go there and we talk to him. And then the interrogator suggests that I can rough him up, and I punch him. And as I do that, he gets more intimidated and he's willing to cooperate. Then you hand him the interrogation document. It's basically like a confession notice, and he gets really upset and signs it. After that, you say, take me to the location where there's, I guess, some accomplices. And then he takes you to some ruins. And when you get to there, two guys spawn. And they have summon allies, so they can summon some monsters. So you got to be willing to be able to kill them all. And then once you do that, you get their heads, and then you get to sign confession. And then you take it all back to the guy in Qeynos. He tells you about the lady over in West Karana. She's got the jars. He tells you about these people that have been poisoned. I think one of them is Holly Windstalker. And so you get these jars from that person, I think. And then it gives you a test where there's like a grid of rats, and you have to cure the rats. So it's like a kind of a puzzle. So you got a time frame to do it in. We're going to kill Koloth Meadowgreen real fast. And then once you do that, you get the last badge. I guess you prove yourself worthy. Koloth Meadowgreen. So he's just up ahead. And this is a guy that gives you a decent bow. I think it's called the Rune bow. I've gotten it several times. Where the hell is he? There he is. So he can run fast, and he's blue, so let's make sure we're prepared. I'm going to throw up Shield of Thistles, and we'll snare him just in case I have to flee. I don't expect that we'll have to flee from this guy. This will be a good experience. So then after we kill this guy, we'll head south, and that'll take us to where I expect the interrogator to be. Should be close to the hermit's house. And you want to make sure you have the signed confession document here before you get to this place. So let's organize it. Koloth is, he's no joke. He's strong. All right, he's going to start running away. And he's second now. Got to get him below 20%. Oh, he's one of those guys who won't run. Or yeah, he will. There it is, the Runed Oak bow. So let's see, it's got a range of 125. It's not nearly as good as the bow that Tofu gave me. I don't see a range on mine. Oh yeah, mine's got 150 range. But it's a good bow. I'm running out of space. All right, so let's head in the direction of south. That's west. Southwest. South. Okay, so as I go down this way, let's start continually tracking, looking for an interrogator. If I can't find him, I'll look on the wiki. But I have tracking skill. I'm a ranger. Why not just do it the real way, as if I'm playing classic? When there wasn't a wiki. There was no Wikipedia back then. They did have Alakazam and Stratix, which is the website they used for Ultima Online. Tracking. Haven't seen an interrogator. So that's southwest. That's west. We want to go this way. Okay, I'm getting close to the split paw lair. Seeing Teshmas gnolls. Couple players. I don't know where the hermit place is. I've never, hardly ever just come upon it. I think I'm going the right way. How come this darter didn't? Oh, I know why they didn't show up on my radar. Hold on a second. I have to fix the filters on the tracking. Darn. There we go. There's Merritt Clubthorn. I think he gives you the hulking club. Let's kill him. Cinder Foxfire, which gives you the bark shield. She's a druid. Don't mess with her unless you're high level. All right, I don't see him anymore. Oh, man, it's getting hot. Oh, there he is. He's got the hulking club on him. Good newbie weapon in classic. One time I started a character and someone gave this to me. I was like, yeah. This is on p69. 6 damage, 26 delay, really good. Doesn't sell for much. So I'm just going to start going in the direction that I think that the hermit house is at. So there's split paw lair. We should start going this way. There's a person out here. He's a 39 monk. There's the Shaman Renrex. Cyclops. Alright, we're getting close to the... Alright, so we need to start going this way. Darn it, guys, I can't find the interrogator. Well, there's the shaman guy. He was like right... Where'd he go? Swore I saw him on the screen. Oh, there he is. We can kill him. Where is the place? Okay, there's the hermit hut. Knew I was getting the right way. And you can see the hermit on the radar. Where's the interrogator? He's got to be close by. Because you have to escort him to the spot. There he is. Heading to the right. Heading to the left. Straight ahead. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to do it now. Let's do it on the next video. Behind him to the right. Heading to the right. Straight ahead. Where is he? There he is. There's the interrogator. So this is the second half of the quest. This is the tough part too, so I'll camp right here. Then when I come back for the next episode, we're going to do this quest and we're going to get the interrogator, the badge of Qeynos. And if I screw up, darn it. Hope not. Don't even think about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week.